Reviewing turntables is a challenge. There are so many variables. How you've aligned the cartridge. With a step-up device like we have here, how close are the wires to any AC? Are you picking up any hum? What tone arm do you have? And very importantly, what is the turntable sitting on? Makes a vast difference. You can take this same turntable, which we did, sit it directly on the shelf, the VPI rack, without a vibration platform, and you'll get a different signature. You can take the same turntable, take it apart, and put it back identical to where you think you have it now, remount the cartridge, and it won't be exactly the same as it was just now. So I assert that reviewing a turntable at this level is not so much about the sonic differences between it and a continuum and a Rockport. It's about the touch point. It's about, does the turntable look good? Does the turntable accentuate your system? When you turn it on, does it give you confidence? Does it come right up to speed? Do you want it to? Do you have to give it an assist, like you do with the Walker turntable? There's many, many variables. Turntables to me are like works of art. In fact, mechanical works of art. I think they're the coolest part of our audio systems, along with reel-to-reel tape decks. You kind of keep them about equal, they're so cool. Now this turntable replaced the Wundoff in the same position. The Wundoff sat directly on the VPI, as did the Triangle Art when we first set it up. And when I did my first needle drop, the sound was very similar. In fact, a little bit more detail out of the Triangle Art, and a little bit more image focus with the Triangle Art signature. So if I close my eyes and went back and forth between the Wundoff and the Triangle Art, depending upon how I had that just set up, just like we have it now and like we had it before, I prefer the Triangle Art. Now I could set it up a different day and I could prefer the Wundoff. But at this level, the sound between these super turntables is how you set them up. Now we do have to take cost into consideration. The Wundoff is a factory direct price of $150,000. And it's very similar. It has a plinth, has a motor assembly, has the arm tower you can move. This turntable, made in California by Tom Vu, the proprietor of KT Audio Imports. The owner of the brand, Triangle Art, has this retailing for way below the cost of a Wundoff turntable. I assert that this turntable, so far in my listening room, sits at the front of the Efficient Frontier. The Efficient Frontier is an X and Y axes, and it has kind of like a bullet-shaped graph. You've seen them. You see it in your investment portfolio. You'll see it, well, what stock gives you the most performance, or what investment, for the least amount of volatility. The more forward or to the left as you look at a graph, that data point is, at the point on that curve, it's going to give you the most performance for the least volatility, or, in our case, the most performance for the least cost. It sits on the very front of the efficient frontier. Why? Because it delivers a huge sound space, exacting detail, and that ease of analog in your listening space that we all strive for. The Triangle Art reveals every nuance, every change you make. Tone arm, cartridge, wire. In addition, the Triangle Art is beautiful to look at. It's chrome, gleams, and glistens, and as you can see here, it creates a work of art in your listening room. Now, I want you to have a very close look at this setup with the Akita arm. Look at the beauty of the arm and the table. The Triangle Art accentuates any arm you put on it. Now you'll see the Akita, which is a long version of the arm, has a very unique shape that is accented by the Triangle Art turntable. This is one of my favorite combinations, the Akita arm on this table. I like the look of beauty. I think the Wondolf turntable is the most beautiful turntable made. I think the Triangle Art is very close behind it. Its unique pillar design is beautiful to behold. When I turn the lights down low at night and moonlight the room and look over at the Triangle Art, it gives off almost a glow because of the chrome. It's simply exquisite to look at. And that's part of it for me. That's part of what I enjoy about turntables. How they look. Of course, how they sound. But as I've said, the sound of a turntable has many variables. Taken as a package, what we have here set up at this moment, I would challenge any turntable in the world to be more realistically musical than the Triangle Art, the Majima cartridge, the Epsilon Step Up, the Epsilon Phonostage, Purist Audio Anniversary cables. You're getting my point. There's so many different variables to it. Considering cost, this is my go-to turntable. I'm going to keep this as my reference turntable because of its position on that efficient frontier. Does the turntable have demerits? Everything does. The one demerit is the button that you push to turn the turntable on and off. When you push it, it's hard to push in. So you have to put your hand behind the motor assembly. And that gets fingerprints on the tower. Now, I talked to the designer of the system, and he's going to incorporate a toggle switch in all future designs, so you don't have to hold the back of the motor when you push the button. Taken as a system, the turntable, the funk mat, cartridge, tone arm, wires, placement in the room, proximity to bass feedback from the system itself, which we try to minimize with a Ginkgo stand. It's the most desirable turntable system to me as a reviewer. There's nothing more I can say. If you can audition one, I urge you to. Because when you properly set it up, you'll be at sonic heaven. Peter Berninger reporting for AV Showrooms on the Triangle Art Signature Turntable. Thank you.